be yourself. Just be be transparent. Don't try to sugarcoat anything. Be straightforward. Just put yourself out there. People are gonna find out in one way or another better from you than from someone else. Well, my name is Anthony Liang. I'm at Liang TFM on Twitter, and I'm a senior at UNH studying economics right now. But I really want to work in the marketing field after I graduate. How brands are interacting with students, with Gen Y, because we're so used to consuming information, and we're so savvy on the web and everything like that. That it's important for brands to realize that you can't just put your message out there anymore. You have to interact with your audience, and that it's so important to interact with kids these days. That you can't just be a name. You have to be an actual person. You have to have a personality, and that's what people are looking for. What they're looking for, to interact with your brand. So it's just important for companies to understand that, to know that that's what kids these days are looking for. When Twitter and Facebook were still relatively new, that when a company was on Facebook, when a company was on Twitter, when a company was blogging or on the site, that was special. It was special to be on these networks. When you're one of the first people. But now that so many people are still catching on, it's becoming more mainstream. That it's not enough to just say you're on there, because people are going to assume that you're on there. But you have to tell them why you're on there, and why it's good for them to follow you, or them to fan you, or them to listen to what you have to say. It has to be beneficial for the person too. So I think more companies should be embracing follow us on Twitter for this, or why we're using this, or why you should follow us on this. That will give the reader more incentive to once they see it, then they'll want to do it. And they'll want to also tell their friends about it too. Nothing will ever replace one-to-one interaction, human interaction. But what the internet does is it just complements it. It makes it more accessible for us to talk to each other. And offline interaction is just as important as online interaction. So it's just that now with the internet, the conversation's nonstop. And before you could leave and you could maybe call someone, maybe you won't. But now with IM, Twitter, you're always connected, you're always talking. So it's just as important as